Check, check. 1, 2. Nothing. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check, check. Huh. Nothing there. Well, do we have it on the correct inputs over there? Check. 1, 2. Check, check. 1, 2. Hey, hey. 1, 2. Good now? Yeah, we just needed to switch a couple things.
It's on. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. We're going to get started. If all those want to join us under the tent, we would sure appreciate it.
Turn it up a little bit.
Okay.
Try again.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. We'd invite all to come join us under the tent, if you wish. We're going to go ahead and get started. And let me just simply say to you good morning and thank you for coming to this celebration of race on 3rd Street. I'm pleased to be joined by many friends of the Housing Authority. I want to acknowledge, first of all, our board, Joan Whitman, who chairperson, and just kind of wave your hand if you will, Bill Wilson, Kimberly Scott, Janet Beard, and Sally Hamilton. And then we, related to this complex, our Lexington Homeownership Commissioners, Directors is Darrell Smith, Shirley Cook, Ken Kearns, and Anthony Wright. Let me also acknowledge all of my staff for what they do for the Housing Authority on a daily basis, as well as what they've done to prepare for this event. In 2005, we demolished the final phase of the 963-unit Bluegrass Aspendale's red brick units built in the 1930s and through the 50s on the old Kentucky racetrack just beyond us there. This was made possible by a second HUD grant, 6th grant. This complex is just 2 blocks north of where we stand today. It was the start of our redefining affordable housing in this community. We are particularly pleased today to showcase our latest 6 units, an indication that yes, we are in fact redefining affordable housing in this community. A blighted corner has now been removed, somewhat magical. A $1.6 million complex paid for, exceptionally designed units, modern open concept, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, indistinguishable from the private market. Thanks to Steve Albert for the design, Tony Barrett for the landscape design, and Bishop Carter for the quality construction. Since our theme has been race on third, let me highlight in racing terms that we just hit the trifecta. Thanks again, Steve, Tony, and Bishop. As we race to promote and provide affordable housing, we must be mindful that it must be done with an artful sense of style and grace. Thanks to Ethan Allen, a high-quality furniture store, for agreeing to furnish an apartment and support affordable housing in this community. They are somewhere out here. Would you wave so everyone knows who you are? Please visit the apartment that they have beautifully styled and thank them for their support of affordable housing. And I imagine we'll hear some wows when you go in and see that. Thanks to Guide Realty and its owner, Raquel Carter, for their willingness to stage another apartment for us. It is so pleasing to tour apartments that have been staged. Raquel and her company played a major role. In fact, was the top-selling real estate company in the Equestrian View development, our Hope 6 subdivision just a block away. She holds the recognition of having the largest minority real estate company in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Be sure to thank her for support of affordable housing. Lastly, be sure to visit the apartment staged just beyond my left with an art created by local artists. Thanks to Mark Johnson, an internationally recognized artist and president of Art House Kentucky. Mark has local roots and spent many days growing up in the neighborhood in which I lived, playing with my sons both at his house and ours. I like to say I knew him before he was. Okay. Again, thanks to Mark, he has invited 21 artists to share in this fantastic exhibit. Be certain to thank Mark as well as all of the participating artists as you write checks for some of those beautiful pieces that you will find in the apartment. If you'll look just beyond the stoplight, you'll see Artist Village, which was sponsored by Mark and Kentucky Ventures, Kevin Smith's agency, and really looks good with all of those artist facilities beyond. You can probably see Mark's house. It's a solid red right through the trees. A truly revitalization of this neighborhood. Ethan Allen, Guide Realty, Raquel Carter, Mark Johnson, and his artist colleagues is another trifecta for this occasion. We kind of like this trifecta concept as it is an indication of a win-win for all. So we have this morning 3 government officials to help celebrate this occasion. Mayor Gorton, Linda Gorton, and her administration have been strong supporters of affordable housing. Just 3 blocks north of this site are 5 units of affordable housing now under construction, expected to be complete by November. Thanks to the mayor and her staff, Rick McQuady and Charlie Lanter, we are able to build those units at no cost to the Housing Authority. Contiguous to that site is the Dr. Zerl Palmer Lane funded by the mayor. This lane will allow access to a child development center and 9 single-family homes still to be built. Councilwoman Fogel has been in office just a short period of time, but has communicated with me on several occasions and by phone and in person. Her interest in affordable housing for her district is beyond question. What makes this trifecta complete is the participation of HUD Louisville. Carol Spencer was scheduled to attend as the director, but due to ill health in her family, she was not able to come, but has sent 3 of her staff people, and making remarks on her behalf at the appropriate time will be Christina Messina, a HUD analyst. The Louisville office has allowed and supported our agency to do some of the things that we've done, crazy things, sometimes we say, through the years. And so we thank the Louisville office and appreciate their coming. At this point, I'm going to call on the mayor to come up and make comments, after which she will introduce the council person that's speaking from this district, as well as any others, followed by HUD's representative coming up to make comments. Mayor Gordon.
Good morning, everyone. This is a big day, and look around you at all the people. This is wonderful. I also know there are neighbors here, and you know this is a good thing when the neighbors turn out. I want to recognize in particular Charlie Lanter. Charlie, will you, I know you're back there. Charlie is my Commissioner of Housing Advocacy and Community Development. And I want to recognize Rick McQuady. Where did you go, Rick? Rick is the manager of our affordable housing program, which we started in 2014 when I was the vice mayor, and it has been rolling ever since. So I want to welcome a couple of our council members who are here with us. Councilmember James Brown is here, Councilmember Tana Fogel, you'll hear from in a minute, and Councilmember Shayla Lynch. Thank you all for being here. Today we are celebrating the opening of 6 new townhouses, new affordable homes for 6 families. We're also celebrating a long-standing partnership that has been providing Lexington with affordable housing opportunities for many years. The city and the Lexington Fayette Urban County Housing Authority have worked together as partners since the first days of our merged government. In fact, the Housing Authority started work in Lexington 89 years ago, long before our current city government was created. Its work started right here in the East End. Austin Sims has been at the helm for 50 of those 89 years. I think that deserves yes. Yes, it's a big woo. Austin, you have a lot to be proud of, with public housing scattered throughout Lexington and housing vouchers helping people afford safe, clean housing. These townhouses qualify for housing vouchers. The city is not a partner in this development. It was built through the Housing Authority's good stewardship of fees from other federal developments. That's pretty cool. We are joining forces and providing resources for several upcoming developments, including the new Head Start Child Development Center and 9 affordable single-family houses under construction on a new street, Dr. Cyril A. Palmer Lane, just 2 blocks from here. Those new houses are among several hundred new or restored affordable housing units that will come online in Lexington this year through the city's Affordable Housing Office. The office has developed or preserved 3,200 units since its creation in 2014. 3,200. Affordable housing doesn't happen without partnerships, like our partnership with the Housing Authority. Several private sector developers and banks have also been good partners in the work of our Office of Affordable Housing. I'm glad to see Commerce Lexington here today in hopes that it is a signal of growing support within the private sector for development of affordable housing throughout our city. We all know affordable housing is a growing challenge, and we will need partners as we work to meet the demands of the future. Congratulations to all, and I want to thank everyone, especially at the Housing Authority. This is a great day. And now I'll welcome to the podium Councilmember Tana Fogel.
Good morning. I had to ask the mayor, are we hugging in this one? You always have to ask permission when you're getting ready to get in somebody's sphere. So what a pleasure it is to be here. Before I start, and I am so proud to be elected for the council person in the 1st District. And before I get started, I have to mention this gentleman who started this program and this project way before I got here. Council Brown, where are you at? Please wave. You guys put your hands together for Council Brown. I'm just coming in on the tail end of what he already started. Thank you for leaving me what is going to be a legacy for the 1st District. I have to start by saying you all have heard me on the council chambers, in the council chambers, and on the horseshoe. I talk about the definition of affordability and affordable housing. Because still, I have to bring this up because I have so many folks who live in this community that still may not be able to afford to live here. But thank you for those vouchers because that will give them a leg up. And Mr. Sims, almost as long as I've been born, you've been at the helm of the Housing Authority. So I hope you're preparing someone whenever you do slide to the left and you move over. Somebody's got some, I thought I had some shoes to fill, but somebody's going to have some shoes to fill whenever you do decide to buy that Allen and just live on it for the rest of your life. So here in the first, have you all even been inside these houses? I want to move from around the corner into one of these houses. They are so beautiful, and what an honor it is to stand here to represent the 1st Districts. I'm not going to start calling out names, but I've got pastors in the first row that I highly respect that has helped develop this district. It's people all in the crowd. And look, I'm coming in, new houses, Palmer Building. Man, I'm stepping into some wonderful, wonderful initiatives that I'm very proud of. We know that we have housing problems, but if we continue to, hey, Mayor, I know we've got some land that's empty, so hopefully we can take some of them empty lots in the 1st District and continue to build. I don't think Mr. Sims would mind to have some more houses built on those empty lots we got in the 1st District. Maybe this is the start of something. The other thing I would like to see is that our local developers get these jobs to develop this land. I know people in Florida, they come in, but then they take the revenue on back with them. Let's keep it right here in Lexington. Let's keep it right here in the 1st District. Y'all can clap for that because you know I'm telling the truth. Don't be afraid. Now, to get down to some serious business, I think she's out there. Hey, Councilmember Lynch, can you share the podium with me, please? I know you didn't come up here to do that, but I never do this alone. And our district, they kiss. And I would like Councilmember Lynch to join me at the podium because it's so important for us. We stand in solidarity at everything that we do here in Lexington. What a wonderful day it was for us to be elected into office. Councilmember Lynch is going to be looking for some of this development in the 2nd District. And would you like to say a couple of words? This wasn't even on the program, but you know I go off script.
Yes, she does. Thank you, Councilmember Fogel. It's just an honor to be here to support affordable housing in the city. As many of you all know, housing is my passion. I fought for fair housing for over 15 years, not only in the city, but in the state. And so anytime that we can create spaces for community, for people to be able to afford to live in the neighborhoods that they want to live in is an important thing, and I'm proud and happy to support it. I do want to have more affordable housing in the 2nd District, and it is coming, and I'm very grateful for my city colleagues to be working with local developers to make sure we have those opportunities in the 2nd District. So I'm just overjoyed to be here and thankful to share the podium with some phenomenal people to open doors for our community. Thank you, Councilman
Thank you.
Fogel.
And I think my 3 minutes are up. Please stick around for the ribbon cutting. Once again, I am so happy. And Council Brown, I am so happy that you left this for me to come in the conclusion of. We work here together. We're all together. My trifecta, and I know you stole my slogan because I just told it to you, but my trifecta usually looks like Commissioner Ford, Council Brown, and myself working hard for the city as we collaborate. Thank you for being here. Like I say everywhere else, I see you over, right? Yeah, you doing your thing. As I say, you could have been anywhere this morning, but you chose to be here to celebrate with us. And for that, I am truly humbled. Thank you all for coming out, and enjoy the rest of the morning.
Thank the two of you for your comments, and we'd love to do some development in the 2nd District, Councilwoman, so we appreciate that. At this point, I'm going to invite the chair of the board, my boss, to come up and make some comments. Joan Whitman has been a long time chair of the Housing Authority, been involved in local government issues, a builder herself and a realtor, and has been involved in everything from picking the colors to the roof and brick selection. Joan?
Thank you, Austin. He just wants to cut down on his 50 years, making me the older one. But anyway, I am delighted to be here, and I'm delighted to see all of you. We didn't expect this many people, but it is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I am very pleased to be chair of the Housing Authority Board. As Austin said, I am a real estate broker and a previous owner of a construction and development company. So I have thoroughly enjoyed the time that I have been on the Housing Authority Board, and have some more years to go, which makes it even better. I served on the Planning Commission several years ago, and while I was on the Planning Commission, we did a study of the East End development, redevelopment. And so it's ironic that here I am today as part of that redevelopment in this area. It's also ironic that this community races toward development of affordable housing, and this development is within a stone's throw of the old racetrack that predated Keeneland. And so the reference, race on third, is more than symbolic, but an indication that the Housing Authority is on board to finish this race for affordable housing in this community. On behalf of the Housing Authority Board of Commissioners, I am proud and pleased to accept these beautiful, impressive new units into our portfolio. And if you haven't seen them, please go in and take a tour. They are very impressive. Thank you so much for being here.
We have two more speakers, Bishop Carter and the Commerce National, I'm going to say the Chamber of Commerce, what it used to be called. let me start out by saying Bishop is the owner of Elaine Allen, a local contractor. Councilwoman Fogel, a local contractor, a minority contractor, and a quality contractor. And someone says, well, which would you prefer? Local, minority, quality, and I like all of the above, okay? He finished this development 2 months ahead of schedule with only 2 change orders. We knew from our first progress meeting when he walked in that he was in charge. And I believe that the project speaks for itself. He came in with telling us what he had done and what he planned to do, and it was just an absolutely unbelievable experience to work with he and his staff. So I'm going to ask him to come up and talk with you, and when he finishes, he is going to introduce Bob Quick, the CEO of Commerce National. Bishop.
Well, thank you once again for the opportunity. Austin has mentioned a lot of the details I was going to go over about the project. But as a contractor, I'm going to stick to what Austin highlighted. I'm going to try to finish my speech ahead of schedule so we can all take a tour through the units and enjoy a refreshment. As he mentioned, I'm the owner and operator of Elaine Allen, established in 2017. We operate with 10 people within our office. We are a minority contractor, but it's not just about Elaine Allen, it's about the team. And I asked that all the subs that they could show up today. Majority of them are all over here on my right, starting with Prophetic Painting, who painted a lot of the interior of the units, Jiffy Renovations, who did a lot of the trim on the units. We have JLD, which is a long contractor raised here in the East End, from here in the East End, that was the drywall contractor on this project. We have Engineered Heating and Air. We have Heinrich Electric. We have many others. I'm missing. Oh, I'm sorry, Interior Solutions, who did a lot of our flooring. Of course, my team, if I can have my team, Elaine Allen team, just kind of step forward. Darius McCoy, Leslie Lee, Nathan Cornett, Kim Johnson, Miguel, Martine, Daniel, there they go, they're all hiding. A lot of key team members. We even had, and I cannot go without, he's here, I know he'll get on me. I can't do this by myself financially, with the support of Fort Bank and Larry Forster, who helped me get through this project financially. Jake Graves, who helped me ensure this job. I'm always about being a team player and make sure everybody gets the recognition. Before I sit down, I cannot fail to recognize my family, my mom, my dad, my brother and sister, sister-in-law who are here. Oh, I'm sorry, Audra, she's another team member of Elaine Allen. She's one of the first starters with me. One of my best friends, Marcus Ashford, a lot of my good friends, David Cozart, Keith Jones, Craig Williams, my fraternity brothers, Charles Duke, and others that are here. The list may go on. And if you see today, I have a lot of support because they came out today to support me and you. But next you will hear from is Bob Quick with the Chamber of Commerce. He's currently the president and CEO, which I sit on the board of. Thank you.
Yes, I feel pressure to get done sooner. When I first got here, I ran into Reverend Dr. C.B. Aiken and Roz Aikens, and he made the comment, he says, when he came here, it was hard to believe that you can imagine what's going on in this part of town. And stop and think about that and look at this as a diamond in the rough for our community, and it's the beginning. Mayor, as you talked about partnerships, it's the beginning of everybody coming together, public and private, and working to help make this community much better, because we are one of the top communities in the United States of America, and winning communities make things happen, especially those things that are challenging. I want to thank Austin and his team for this important project. When I came to town, Darby Turner told me, he's an attorney here in town, he looked at me and he said, right there in Austin is a guy you need to get to know. Austin was on our board, and I have learned an awful lot being around him over the years. The Lexington Housing Authority has been at the forefront of providing affordable options for decades, and we have always appreciated their great work. And they're known nationally, and we appreciate that too. Because when you're known nationally, you're known locally for doing the right things. Commerce Lexington was proud to support the Hope 6 application that the Housing Authority used and was granted in 2005 when the transformation of the area surrounding this project began. We know for a fact we're in a housing crisis here in Fayette County. Everybody understands and acknowledges that, with many families across our community struggling to find the housing needs and to find the budget. And what's great, as I just pointed out, is everybody, look at this crowd, look at who's here. We're all coming together. And many people have been working hard for years, but now there's more folks have got on board to say this is an important thing for all of us. The more innovative things like this that we can do together, the more welcoming our community will become. So, kudos to Elaine Allen, Bishop Carter, and his team for the exceptional job that they've done on this project and the many others throughout our area. This was done completely local, and that speaks volumes for the talent that we have here in Lexington. Bishop is a great community leader, and I often say, you know, community leaders because they don't stand out there and want to take all kinds of recognition. He just quietly gets involved and gets things done. His business, he's also on our board of directors. Thank you. There's a bit of a time commitment there, and he's always there. His business is part of our Minority Business Accelerator program, which will celebrate 10 years of success this September at our Opportunity Exchange event. So we look forward to recognizing that program, but again, a lot of success over the years. These types of projects are not easy to do. If they were, we would have no issues, right? However, I'm hopeful that with the recent updates to the comprehensive plan that will provide a renewed focus and alleviate some of the barriers to creating affordable housing and housing availability for all residents of our community. And I in particular want to thank one of the best cheerleaders I have ever met in our short time getting to know her, our first district councilwoman, Tana Fogel. You are exciting to be around. You are very gifted in that your desire to make things happen. I also want to thank Shayla Lynch, Councilwoman, and also James Brown, Council Member at Large, for the work and for what they've done to promote and push affordable housing. We have a long way to go to ensure we have enough housing options at all price points, but working collaboratively, making the right investment, and thinking outside the box to find solutions, I'm confident that we'll provide, or that we can provide, for all of our current and future residents. We are very honored to be part of this event, and Mayor, yes, we'll be there at the table as a partner with you all and with this community. Thank you all very much.
Please allow me one mistake today. I did not, we overlooked Christina Messina from HUD, and that is key to have our HUD. No, it was not three. It is not a trifecta of mistakes. It is one. So, Christina.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Austin. I appreciate that. I'm just so excited to be here this morning, and as everyone had spoken, to see the crowd here today. It's wonderful to see the collaboration here in Lexington, to see affordable units used with all kinds of collaboration and affordability. It just warms my heart. And to think about the self-sufficiency that these residents are going to have in their life. You know, we talk a lot about partnerships and, you know, the beautiful units, but to think about the residents who are going to live here and create a community here, and that's going to continue. You know, self-sufficiency and safe and affordable housing is what is most important to us at HUD, and we just are overwhelmed by this wonderful community that you're creating here. Austin, again, thank you for your partnership. We look forward to working with you on other projects, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.
I Again, we want to thank you all for coming. We will mention that at the conclusion of this, refreshments are served, compliments of Bishop Carter and his company. We're going to do a ribbon cutting at this point, and we're going to ask the mayor, the three council persons, our chairperson, and several staff people. I have to include our staff who have worked hard: Andrea, Sean, Tom, Dana, and Michelle. Steve, Albert, Bishop.
Did you intend to say my name? Yeah, what different shoes you